Jai Hind viewers, welcome to the Global Strategic and Defense News. First of all, wishing you all a very, very happy new year. May the new year 2025 bring upon all of you immense success, peace, prosperity, good health, and may all your desires and dreams be fulfilled in this year. Today, this show is very special to me, special for two reasons. One, it is the first show of the new year 2025. And second, I'll be talking with two eminent personalities who are very well known in the field of defense and geopolitics, who have co-edited a book also, which is one of the best sellers. And as we talk on it, we'll come to know about the book. Today on my show, I have Dr. Divya and Dr. Kuldeep Verma. Dr. Dwivedi is an assistant professor in the Department of Defense and Strategic Affairs in Professor Rajendra Singh University, Prayagraj, and Dr. Kuldeep Verma is an assistant professor in the Department of Defense and Strategic Studies in the Hindu College, Moradabad. Both the eminent personalities have edited a book by the name of The Quest for Strategic Autonomy. And I can tell you, viewers, if any one of you wants to know India's rise as a strategic power, as a country which has, been in the forefront of the success of making in India, where one country which was the biggest importer today is exporting to over 85 countries arms and ammunition worldwide. It is this book. And I would also urge every viewer watching this in any part of the globe to know the magic a country can do in a short duration of 1 decade. This is a must read book. Only when you read this book will you understand how India has come up to the place that it is today on. So, before we start the book discussion, I would like to welcome Dr. Divya and Dr. Kuldeep Verma to the book discussion on the wonderful book that both of you have co-edited.
Thank you so much, sir, for inviting us
Thank
for
you
the
so
book. This book
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome. Dr. Divya, my first question to you is, can you please explain or tell us the background which led you, to conceptualize this book?
Thank you so much for the question. I was looking forward for this question because, sir, this book took us for more than a year to complete. It was like 1.5 year we have worked hard on the book, and the idea of the book came from the growing importance of making India not only self-sufficient but self-reliant. And the more and more our Honorable Prime Minister, sir, the way Modi ji is emphasizing more and more on making Bharat Atmanirbhar, we need to understand that Atmanirbharta does not only means the self-sufficient Bharat, but it has to be a self-reliant Bharat. So, with the growing importance of this self-reliant in any other industry, we thought that the emphasis which Modi ji is also making, the current government is also making, and which is actually the need of the hour, is the self-reliant India in the defense sector as well. So with fast the challenges, new challenges coming on the daily basis, the technological advancements that are happening all around the globe, we need to be at the pace, and we need to be self-reliant, and we have to go for indigenization of the Indian defense industry. And as these challenges are coming up, we felt it is necessary to address these issues in detail, and we have to give attention to this indigenization of the defense sector of the India in more and more detail. We need to address this issue. So, as a scholar of defense studies, of security studies, and being into the academia, we understood that indigenization is the need of the hour, and indigenization is not just about protecting the country, it is also about making India stronger on the global stage, on the global platform. And this book was inspired by some major policies of the government, and also with the technological advancements and the progress in Indian defense sector. Like we talk about defense production and export promotion policy 2020, and also with the increasing role of private companies in the defense sector and the way defense startups are coming up, we need to address the issue. The book also became possible with the support, continuous support and encouragement from the experts from the field. We have discussed a lot about it with the experts. We kept discussing and updating the data in this last 1.5 year. And I would not forget to mention that one of those very supportive and encouraging expert that I've been talking about is you, sir, who wrote the foreword of the book. And when we write a book, it's not just the author; it's actually a team effort that comes up. So it was truly a team effort, and I'm grateful, and we both are grateful for the contribution of the contributors of the book and for all the encouragement and support we got from the experts like you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Divya. I totally agree with you that for a country to become strong, a stronger military industrial complex is needed. And your book actually speaks about that in great detail, which encompasses the entire journey which has led to India on a very firm and strong footing today as far as the defense matters are concerned. Very well brought out about the question that I asked you. Dr. Kuldeep, my question to you is that can you please tell us about the entire process till the final publishing and printing of the book, and what all challenges you encountered when you were in the process of publishing this book, and how did you overcome these challenges?
Thank you for the question, sir. Actually, sir, the journey of the book was both challenging and rewarding. So, but the idea of the, frankly speaking, the idea of the book comes when I start investing in the Sensex. So, as a scholar of the defense studies, and I analyzing the financial and growth trend in this sector, I saw a hidden potential that has not been fully explored in the academic and strategic discussion. And at the end, the financial matters for every country and for everyone. We are academician and we don't think about lots of financial things. But when I start investing, so I realizing that why I cannot make money from these defense sector companies. So I go a deep dive into the defense sector companies, and that I saw that lots of private sector companies growing so much, and the financial of these companies is enormous, and the product of these companies are very versatile. Being a student of defense studies, I decided to look deeper into this area to connect the financial side with strategic analysis, because I am a student of defense studies. So the journey was not easy. In the middle of the writing this book, I lost my father and Buaji, and it was very difficult time for me. And starting work again after such a loss was extremely hard for me. So I stopped the working on the book, and I told Divya that you can start. So Divya is also busy with the academics and the administrative works. So the book has been stopped, almost stopped. But again, challenge was coordinating with many experts. Some contributors sent their chapters, so we decided to start it again with courage. So another challenge was coordinating with the many experts who contributed to the chapter, and making sure all the chapters were consistent and well organized, because the defense sector in India is very diversified and taking the two phase, and the defense PSUs company and the private sector, and which are growing phase. And there is another chapter in my book, the defense startups. They are very less, but they are making very potential work for small devices, for the airplanes, for the missile system, and they are growing very fast. So it's a very difficult for to collect the technological phase and the financial phase and the growing uh, industry. So working with the technical persons, working with the publisher, and maintaining the quality of the content was quite tough for me and Divya. despite the challenge with the support and our contributors. So our contributors from the one of the our contributors from the Georgia University, and he encouraged me also for this key make this role, and again we will work on the some defense cooperation also. So I started work again, the editorial team and the publisher. We were able to complete this book, and this takes I think 1.5 year to complete the process of the editing and the writing. So it was a long and difficult journey, but seeing the finished books makes all the effort feel worldwide.
Well, truly said, Dr. Kuldeep. I totally agree with you. Writing a book is very tough, and the processes and challenges which one encounters, and what is very of immense value and my salute and respect to both of you, that both of you are so established academicians. You both of you organize so many national, international seminars, write so many papers, and apart from having such a busy schedule, both of you have taken out time to write this book, which is showcasing India's might and which every global citizen, like I said earlier, should read. So really, it's a very commendable effort both of you have put in, despite the hectic professional, schedules that both of you have. And you rightly said, at times in life we encounter many, personal, ups and downs. But our professional focus should always remain, though it is always a setback. But then life has to go on, and I also totally agree with you, like you rightly said, that when you see the finished product in the end, it is worth the every effort, every hardship that one had to undergo. And again, I would like to say my salute and respect to both of you for bringing out this wonderful book. Dr. Divya, my next question to you is that how did you go about researching for this book? Because it is quite a wide topic, and like I do a lot of reading, almost at the rate of about one book per week, but I haven't found a book like this book, which has brought out India's rise as a defense manufacturing hub, the intricacies which both of you have so nicely brought out. I'm yet to come across a book which has spelt out India's rise in the manufacturing of the defense industry so well. So how do you go about researching? Because research is one field which I find that we as a country need to really step up. So how did you research for this wonderful book?
I'll tell you, sir. Well, the research for this book was very extensive. It has to be very systematic and collaborative. We need to ensure the holistic exploration of India's defense sector and the indigenization efforts that India is making in the defense sector. Now, each chapter in the book reflects the expertise of the distinguished contributors who utilized. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So, what I'm saying that each chapter of the book is reflecting the expertise of the distinguished contributors who actually utilize the most recent data and also the policy framework of the government, and a lot of case studies are involved to build a comprehensive narrative of the book. And government documents like we talk, as I already mentioned, about the Defense Production and Export Promotion Policy 2020, and a lot of reports from DRDO, from the Ministry of Defense. And we have also seen such primary data, which I just shared, that a lot of policies from the government, a lot of reports from the government agencies we have collected, and then the analysis of those defense policies to form the foundation of the research was a bit difficult, but that allowed us to actually examine the issue from the point of view of the policy and as well as from the practical standpoint. Then we also have incorporated the emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, talk about space technology, or we talk about the advancements in the missile system. We have actually focused on all these emerging technologies to highlight their growing significance in the modern defense system and the modern defense strategies. And the inclusion of these cutting edge developments actually ensured that the book not only addresses the present challenges, but it also looked into the future opportunities of the Indian defense industry. And there's one unique aspect I would tell you was of the research was that we have also focused on something that is often overlooked, So we have also tried covering that dimension, such as financial growth potential of the defense sector in India. So this is something we usually overlook. This dimension is something not being touched by the academicians, especially, and the evolving role of the private sectors and the collaborations, the defense startups that are coming up. They are contributing extensively into the defense industry as well. So while these technology and the policy aspects are well discussed by the academic circles, we often ignore the financial trajectories and the unexplored opportunities in the defense equities provided, which provide actually the fresh insight into this subject. So this was a unique aspect and dimension of research which we have covered in the book. And regular collaboration with the contributors and the ongoing dialogues with the subject experts were also the key to refining the content that we have presented in the book. And these discussions ensured that the chapters were relevant, they were precise and insightful for not only the policymakers, for the researchers, but for all the defense professionals. Additionally, I would also add that the interdisciplinary approach of combining geopolitics, of combining technological aspect and taking financial perspective enrich this book, making it, I think, a valuable source for a wide range of readers and not just for the readers, those who are from the background of defense studies. Thank you, sir.
Well, definitely, yes. The financial viability of any project is important, and more so in the defense sector, where the users are very restricted. It is not like making a fast-moving consumer good where the users are in plenty. So I totally agree with you that financial viability is something which most of us overlook, and that is where it makes a big difference. Very rightly brought up. Dr.
Thanks,
Kuldeep, my
sir.
last question to you on the book discussion is that what advice would you like to give to the young generation or the aspiring authors, who want to really write a book or who want to take writing as a profession? What advice would you give in the background of the successful book that both of you have, co-edited and which is doing very well? And like I said multiple times before, it is a book worth reading and a must read for every global citizen. So, what advice would you like to give to the aspiring authors or those who want to take writing as a professional career or as a side passion, because many are getting attracted back to writing again?
Yeah, thank you, sir. But I think this question is very complex for and differ to different person. But my advice to aspiring authors is to approach the process with passion, and discipline is the most important thing, and resilience. So writing a book is not just about putting ideas on the paper. It's about the committing to a vision and following it through. Start by choosing a topic. It's the most important thing, to choose a topic and genuinely interests you. And that interest comes from the financials. In this book, I want to tell that the idea of the book is coming from the financials of the defense sector companies. So generally, I am as you see, this helps sustain your motivation through the ups and downs of the journey, because it's a very long journey to writing or editing a book in that manner. It's a very time taking process. Lots of time you don't want to work, and you don't want to do you have lots of administrative works also. So time management is very critical in this situation. Allocated dedicated hours for research and writing, and stick to your schedule. Equally important is maintaining patience and adaptability. Delays and revision are part of the process. So don't let them discourage you. Keep motivated yourself. It's a very important thing. And collaboration is another vital part. And we are collaborating different areas of experts, and so talking to them and putting ideas on the books. And it's a very important thing to collaborate with the different scholars, working with experts and the contributors, as we did for the book, can bring fresh perspective and enhance the quality of the final product. So collaboration is very important if you are writing a book or editing a book. Writing a book, if you are, there is a lots of things uh, that key different perspective. We are the field of the defense experts, but when we come to the technological part of the any weapons and any airplane, as an example, so talking to them is very crucial, and it will also enhance your knowledge also. Finally, don't aim for perfection in the first draft. When we are talking to talking about our PhD work, so when we start writing our PhD, it's a look like it's a huge phenomena. But when the final the process final book thesis comes, when we realize that what we give to these thesis, and that's the same process in the book. So finally, don't aim the perfection in the first draft. Writing is a process of constant improvement. So focus on getting your thoughts down initially and refining them over time to time. Remember, a book is a lasting contribution to knowledge and ideas, and every effort you put into adds to its value. So I only want to tell the new authors: time management, collaboration, and stick to the topic and your passion, what you want to write. It's a very important. So connect with yourself, what you like. So that's the thing I want to tell the new authors or new editors in this field. So thank you so much, sir.
Very, very impressive answers. And I totally agree with you, Dr. Kuldeep, that when vision and passion match, they can do magical wonders. It has been really interesting talking to both of you, having this book discussion on this wonderful book. Viewers, I'm sure that all of you would have learned a lot, because I have learned a lot in this impressive interview with Dr. Divya and Dr. Kuldeep. And I would request each one of those who have watched the show that please like, follow, share this video. And most important of all, please comment on this video, because your comments are very valuable, because they help us tell the way the channel is going, what all new topics would you like, or any other question that may come up in your mind. So your comments are the most important. My utmost thanks and immense gratitude to Dr. Divya and Dr. Kuldeep, who have spared their valuable time to come on Global Strategic and Defense News to discuss their book, which is a bestseller. And like I've said multiple times before, I would like to say it again and again: it is a must-read book for every global citizen who wants to know about India's magnificent rise. Thank you so much, Dr. Divya. Thank you so much, Dr. Kuldeep.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
sir.
for having us here. I actually wanted to add one point to what Dr. Kuldeep said, if you have permission, just for 2 seconds.
Sure, please. Sure, please.
The offer is that to please maintain the quality of the content, because a lot of times, just for the sake of writing, they do tend to compromise with the quality of the content they are offering. So also maintain the quality of the content. Thank you so much, sir, for having us here. It was truly a pleasure for us, and it was truly a privilege for both of us to be here on the show with you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much once again, Dr. Divya and Dr. Kuldeep.
Thank you, sir.